with mommy? Oh, I have this boy. Say hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Rowan's 6-month update. You're 6 months old, buddy. I haven't done one of these update videos in 2 months, I think, and I have so much to update you guys on. I feel like he is almost like a completely different baby from when he was 4 months old. He has achieved so many of his milestones and had so many new experiences. So I'm gonna tell you guys what's up with Mr. Roro Bean. So I know the thing that a lot of you guys will probably want to know about the most is sleep. And I am thrilled to report that Mr. Rowan is sleeping through the night. Best Christmas present ever, huh buddy? You want a toy? So basically we did the Taking Care of Babies ABCs of Sleep course when he turned 5 months old, and it was the best thing we've ever done. It involved a little bit of crying. It wasn't like full on cry it out, but he basically took 2 nights and he got it down and he's sleeping through the night. So the first night, I think throughout the entire night, not all at once, he cried for a total of like 45 minutes. Then the second night he slept through. Then the third night he cried for like 25 minutes, again spread out throughout the night, and then he was done and he's been sleeping through the night since. And it was awesome. I was still feeding him twice in the night before that. So this is just awesome and we're so thrilled, and he is a much happier baby, I think, because he's sleeping better. So it was definitely the right decision for us personally. I'm so proud of you sleeping through the night. You did so good. Oh, you shaking that rattle? Good job. The other big thing that happened just a couple weeks ago actually is that we started him on solid foods. So that's been really fun. If you didn't see my video where he tried solids for the first time, it's pretty funny. So I'll make sure I leave a card for it so you can click over and watch that. But we're basically doing a mix of purees and baby-led weaning. So he has really liked everything he's tried so far except for raspberries. They were a little tart, so he wasn't so sure on those. But we did avocado this morning and you loved that. And he's done oatmeal, rice cereal, sweet potatoes, apples. Basically, we're waiting 3 days in between introducing every new food so that if he has a reaction to something, we know what it is. He loves being a part of the eating process for himself, so he likes to grab the spoon and put it in his own mouth, help grab the water cup, which is really cool to see his fine motor skills developing like that. I definitely think the Love Every toys have been really good in helping him with that. So you are quite adept now at picking things up and playing with them and pulling the tissues out of your box. He was definitely very ready. By the time we gave him solids, we probably could have done it earlier because he was just like reaching for it and didn't have any of that like tongue thrust reflex where they push it out of their mouths or anything. So I think he probably would have been ready at like 5 months, but we did wait until 6, mostly because all the stuff that I bought him for eating, like all of his plates and spoons and everything, were all wrapped under the Christmas tree. His first Christmas was really special. It was fun to watch him kind of tear at the wrapping paper on his presents. He couldn't like unwrap a present, but he could tear little bits off and he seemed to enjoy it. It was also our first maskless visit with his grandparents, my husband's parents, which was really cool. They were able to quarantine for a week and get negative COVID tests. So we got to hang out with them, and he is such a little social baby. Even his pediatrician was like, wow, he's got really good social skills. He really likes, you know, being around people. So that was really good for him. I feel bad that he is not getting as much, you know, social interaction as he would probably like, because he just lights up around other people. But we're trying to be safe, so we're still really strictly quarantining and everything because we gotta keep you safe. There's a vaccine now though, so hopefully, you know, before too long, life will go back to like semi-normal. Yeah. What other firsts did you have this month? Oh, he had his first haircut. Again, I vlogged that, so I'll leave a card if you want to see it. But I actually cut his hair twice. So the first time I just did the sides and the back. What are you looking at? You're yawning, you just woke up, buddy. And then the second time I did the top. Basically, his like newborn hair has been kind of falling out, so you'll see it's very thin on the sides, but he's still got long hair on the top. So we love your little curls. I think they're the cutest thing in the whole world. And I didn't want to take too much off because I do think they're so cute, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like in his face because it looked very annoying, huh? Annoying for him, not for me. Is that the camera? Oh, no, he's looking at the dog outside. Is it a doggy? Milestones wise, the newest thing that he's doing is sitting up on his own now. He can sit up on his own for a really long time. We like to stay with him just in case he loses his balance, but he's pretty much good on his own. So that's really cool and impressive, huh? Loves standing. Just like standing in my lap or whatever. Sorry, your clothes are a little long. I just moved him out of 3 to 6 into 6 to 9. And the 3 to 6 is too small, but the 6 to 9 is too big. So, oh, fussy man. He's like, Mommy, this is boring. Why are we just sitting here? His favorite toys right now are his Jolly Jumper, #1. He loves the Jolly Jumper. He does like his activity center. He will play in his activity center by himself for like 15 minutes. Which is amazing if I need to like make a meal or something. That's been a big thing. I'm very proud of him for that. He's still loving the magic tissue box from Love Every. He's also really liking things that rattle and things that he can bite on. We don't have any teeth yet. I keep thinking, oh, buddy, did you scratch your nose? He did, he scratched his nose. Oh, kiddo. What was I saying? Mom brain, oh my gosh. No teeth. We keep thinking it's gonna happen, but not yet, no teething. Just went in for his 6-month appointment 2 days ago, and he is 16 pounds, 10 ounces, and 26.5 inches. So he's on the smaller side, but not like really, really small. What else does he love right now? He loves turning the pages of his board books as we read them to him. It's very, very cute. Yeah, he's very talkative. He likes to chat with consonants now, so we'll just go da, 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 da. And I say, you need to say mama, mama, mama. Okay, you want to play with something more interesting? We'll go play with Dada when Mommy finishes the video. He's a little bored. He's definitely getting into a schedule during the day. He usually wakes up anytime in between 6:45 and 7:30. His wake windows are about 2 hours long. And I think he naps for a total of about 4 hours during the day, which I think is a little bit long for his age, according to the Taking Care of Babies course that I took. But he needs it, and it doesn't seem to mess with his overnight sleep too much. So he'll be up from like 7 to 9, and then he'll sleep for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then he has another 2-hour wake window, and then he naps for another 1 to 1.5 hours. Then he has another 2-hour wake window, then he sleeps for about an hour, and then he has a 2.5-hour wake window, and then he goes to bed. The bedtime routine is getting more and more difficult as he gets stronger because he's sitting up and he just wants to like be reaching all around the tub and grabbing at things, so it's kind of hard for Matt to bathe him now. But he definitely recognizes the routine. He recognizes when it's time to go down for a nap, when it's time to go to bed. And it's so cool to just see his little brain working and figuring out different things and learning. One thing we've been focusing on teaching him is how to get the binky back into his own mouth when he drops it, which has been incredible for nap time and bedtime because he's able to find it and put it back in his mouth some of the time. Sometimes he needs help. But yeah, it's just crazy to see him manipulating toys and objects. Like his motor skills have come so far in the last 2 months when he was barely just starting to reach out and grab things, and now he's like playing with his toys and swiveling around in his activity center and pressing buttons and spinning things. It's just nuts. It's really hitting me now how fast he's growing up because he's sitting up and he is eating, you know, people food now, which is emotional in itself because, you know, for the last 1.5 years or so, he only ever got nutrients from me. You know, I was pregnant with him and then I was breastfeeding, and so, you know, feeding him something else was like, oh my gosh, my baby doesn't need me anymore. But of course he still does because he still gets most of his nutrients from breastfeeding. But it's just crazy. He's getting more and more independent, and it's very cool to watch, but it's also very emotional. I feel like I blinked and he grew 6.5 inches and 10 pounds. It's just, it goes by so fast. Everybody tells you that. Everybody tells you that. And you think that you know, but it really is that like the days are long, but the months or years are short. I love that he's getting more and more fun to play with. Like he will laugh his little butt off when me or Matt are doing like silly things, tickling him or making funny noises or whatever. He's so smiley. He smiles all the time at everything. It's the most precious thing when we go and get him from his naps because he sees us and he just lights up and his whole body wiggles. He's just so full of joy and it's the sweetest thing. I'm extra grateful because he has gotten so much easier. For the first 4 months months of his life, he really was kind of a difficult baby. He just wasn't a good sleeper and was very fussy, and it was hard to figure out what he needed. And ever since he started sleeping better, he has just been so happy, so content, so curious. He just wants to learn and try things. Matt and I are getting more sleep, he's getting more sleep, so it's really just been a turning point for us, and we are enjoying being parents even more now because I feel like, you know, I know what he needs. I know he's happy, and when he's not happy, I can figure out what I need to do. I think we're gonna be in trouble when he starts crawling though, because he is so curious and he just like wants to move. You can tell he's so frustrated that he can't move from one place to another the way he wants to. He does kind of like army crawl, where like his head and his torso will be on the ground and he'll like scoot his butt up and then flop it to the side and then like inchworm almost. So he is getting a little bit more mobile. We definitely need to start baby proofing stuff, but he's not quite, you know, to crawling yet. He doesn't even get up on his hands and knees yet. But as soon as he figures that out, I mean, he's strong enough, I think. He just hasn't figured out how to do it. So we're gonna be in trouble, but I think it's gonna be good. I'm really excited for him. It's cool, you know, to watch him learn new things every day, and his world is just gonna open up so much when he can move around and explore. So something I'm looking forward to, but also, you know, with the teething and the crawling and everything, I'm in no rush for him to hit his milestones, because, you know, things change, and as he becomes more and more independent, it is, I don't know, just emotional. Like, I'm so excited and happy for him, but I'm also like, oh, my tiny newborn is gone. I think the thing that I miss the most about the newborn stage is the cuddles. He is not a snuggly baby at all. He definitely was when he was a newborn, because I think most newborns are, but he just wants to be moving, he wants to be up, he wants to be looking at stuff. I can get him to snuggle with me a little bit in the morning right after his first feeding when he's like really milk drunk, but other than that, he's just like not the most cuddly. I think that maybe that will kind of come back when he understands like the emotional connection of like snuggling with mommy or daddy, but for right now he just is very active and he wants to be up and looking around and exploring, which is totally fine. I will say the long wake windows are challenging. It's challenging to figure out how to entertain him for 2.5 hours, because like an hour and a half in it, you're like, oh, we did tummy time, we read a book, you played in the activity center, you ate solids, like what else can I do? So we do a lot of like walking tours around the apartment, showing him what everything is. But overall, he's just a joy. I'm so thankful that things have gotten so much easier. There were, you know, times in those first 4 or 5 months where I was like, how are we gonna do this forever? But he really did turn a corner, and so much easier to enjoy being a mama when you are getting an adequate amount of sleep. So if you are still in, you know, those first fussy months, hopefully it will get better for you soon, because you get to enjoy them more, you know? They're not cranky, you're not cranky, everything's running a little bit more smoothly because everybody's getting sleep. It's great. So I think that's it for his 6-month update. I always think of things afterward that I want to say that I totally forgot about. So I'll make sure that if I think of any of those things, I'll leave them in a comment, or if you guys have any questions, you can also leave a comment and I'll try to respond to them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. He's a happy, healthy boy, lots of new experiences and lots of new milestones. I'm just so lucky to be his mom, and I'm so proud of him. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you lots. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.